Recently named as executive chefs for Omaha Steaks, my favorite steaks, the 100-year-old family-run company, I'm thrilled to welcome back to my podcast for this episode renowned chef David Rose. Raised with a diverse and curious palate, Food Network star, TV personality, recently named, I'm so excited about this, executive chef for Omaha Steaks, my favorite steaks, the 100-year-old family-run company. Welcome back to my podcast, Chef David Rose.
Thank you so much for having me, Wendy. It is a pleasure.
David, how are you? How has the pandemic been treating you?
Wendy, I'm great, all things considered. You know, one thing I can say is that I have a freezer chock full of Omaha Steaks, so it can't be too bad, you know?
Wait, so how did that come? First of all, my favorite steaks in the whole planet. How did that come about? And thank you so much for the gift card.
My pleasure, my pleasure. You enjoy that. Very organic, you know. I do quite a bit of TV and work with a couple different brands.
Just a few, right?
So
just a few.
You know, they were looking. Yeah, just a few, a couple. And I guess they saw what they liked. And, you know, we are here. I'm here in Omaha, very first time in Omaha. It is cold, a lot different from Omaha, but I am warmed up with love from my new Omaha Steaks family. So I'm excited about the new venture.
Oh my God, they couldn't have picked a better person. I'm so happy for you. That's terrific. Not to mention that you are a Food Network star, TV personality, not to mention you're everything. Okay, so I've become a much better chef during the pandemic, so you'd be proud of me. And I'm looking forward to a stress-free holiday. I know it's going to be so different for so many people. There's going to be less travel, if any. It's going to be smaller gatherings. I know my family is going to have a very different holiday this season. So tell us what we should expect and how we can make it extra special.
Yeah, I come from a huge Jamaican family, so even for me, it might be a little different this year. And it's going to be great nonetheless, but I'm looking forward to celebrating it. According to a new Harris poll on behalf of Omaha Steaks, where, as you just mentioned, I am the new executive chef and super excited about that, more than half of Americans are planning celebrations with 5 or less this year. And a third of Americans are considering a Zoom giving.
Wow.
Now, what you might ask the Zoom giving is essentially you're sharing that same love of food, eating, and cooking. But, you know, social distancing these days doesn't allow for large gatherings. So you can share either cooking or eating along via digital and just enjoying Thanksgiving together, not physically, but through Zoom. My top tip is to stay prepared for anything and anyone, whether it's an unexpected guest, a full-blown holiday dinner, or another extended stay at home. So again, I like to always keep my freezer stocked with amazing goodness from Omaha Steak.
I love that. I will be having my freezer stocked now thanks to you for Omaha Steaks. And thanks to Omaha Steaks. I love them. Okay,
Sure.
So it's going to be a lot different. We all know that. Besides the main course, what are some other holiday, winter gathering spreads? And not just Thanksgiving. I'm talking about Christmas and so on. And gosh, we could be going on to 2021. I don't want to say that, but possibly.
Fingers crossed. Well,
right.
Well, besides the main course, which is some amazing options, the turkey, the spiral sliced ham, pot roast, my favorite, prime rib roast, you gotta have backup singers. So like I always say, if the main course is Beyonce, you gotta have Kelly and LaToya. You know, you gotta bring the backup singers to the forefront. So on the website, we have an amazing assortment of mix and match sides and desserts where you got your twice stuffed baked potato, you have mashed potatoes, you have green beans, Brussels sprouts, asparagus, and desserts. Yes, I have quite the sweet tooth. We have these really amazing caramel apple tarts that are just perfection. We have cheesecake. What you need, we got, and we have a really great partnership with wine.com. So if you're stressing and thinking, what do I get that perfect person for Thanksgiving or Christmas? Feel free. Omaha Steaks takes the guesswork out of that question. We have delicious food and wine packages right here, and we have an amazing assortment of meat, as you know all too well, I'm sure, Wendy. We have my personal favorite right here, this delicious bone-in tomahawk prime rib, or ribeye rather. We have a filet mignon, we have T-bones, we have ribeyes, we have everything you need. So you got a couple options. But me personally, tomahawk ribeye, That is the way to go. If I got an Omaha Steak box full of that, I'd be a happy man.
I don't blame you. I'm happy too, just thinking about it. Okay, yeah. And so you talked about your favorite steak. By the way, what is your favorite side for Thanksgiving or for Christmas or for anything?
My favorite sides, macaroni and yams. You can't go wrong with that. Growing up with a huge Jamaican family, that was always our go-to. So the macaroni, the yams. I am Jamaican, so rice and peas, and you got to have that jerk chicken. Don't forget that jerk chicken.
Oh, yum, jerk chicken. Okay, so I have a couple other questions, and I'm excited for you for the Omaha Steak. Really, when I saw that, I couldn't have thought of a better person. A better person to be the executive chef, like perfect fit for you. When you were on Food Network, season 13, were you like, how fun was that journey for you? I know we've talked about this before, but for people that didn't hear it then, how fun was that?
It was an amazing journey. It was very surreal to just you have Bobby Flay and Giada. Bobby was, a personal hero of me and kind of played an integral role in me taking this journey in the food TV personality journey with being on TV. So to have him in your ear as a coach to give you pointers on, not only cooking, but being, on camera and just really captivating the audience. A really great bit of advice he gave me. He said, just everything you might think you know about TV, throw that out the window. When you look into that camera lens, you connect with that one person, that loved person, and you just talk directly to them. And that helped me so much and kind of cleared the anxiety. So it was really a dream. Made some lifelong friends, met some really cool people. So it's a experience I would never trade in a million years. I'd never do it again because I wanted to pull out what little hair I had. Not my head, so you see my beard, obviously. But once in a lifetime experience and very fortunate to be a part of season 13, which is the best cast out of all the seasons.
I agree. Of course, season 13. I wouldn't watch any other season anyway. If you just, I'm talking to Chef David Rose, who was recently named as executive chef for Omaha Steaks. Okay, when your journey began, I think very, very, very early because your parents were both chefs.
Man, mom was a chef, dad was a chef, and they'd always take me to work with them. And they just find it so cool how they take, raw ingredients, a kitchen of, 4 or 5 people, and just cooking for the masses, 50, 100 people. And being from New Jersey, the tri-state area in general is such a cultural melting pot. So I've been around amazing food my entire life, always cooked, but I really think it truly took me moving to Atlanta, Georgia to realize, you know what? There might be something more to this food thing. And it's been a great journey, met some great people, worked with some great brands, some great TV shows. But the biggest feather in my cap, I've got to say, is being the executive chef and spokesperson for Omaha Steaks. So I'm happy, I'm here, and I'm ready to share the love of food to the entire nation.
It's amazing. Omaha Steaks has grown so much over the years. And I mean, they've been delivering to families before I think anyone was delivering to families, right?
The very first, yes. Delivering to food.
And always good. There's never, ever, ever a bad thing that comes when they deliver. Always good. Everything's good. I mean, first class all the way. It's exciting. So how are you going to spend the holidays?
The holidays, I'll be hanging out with family. Not quite the usual 80 to 100 when we all unite and gather in New Jersey. Huge Jamaican family, but probably something real, chill. Mom, dad, brother, sister. There'll definitely be meat at the table. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Rib roast, my favorite. I love to gnaw, and no better thing to gnaw than a prime rib roast bone after you're done eating it. And there's something about a medium rare prime rib roast when it hits the table. All is well with the world. Some wine, definitely. I'm going to bring some lobster tails. We have amazing lobster tails from Omaha Steaks. Bring a little surf to that turf, a little bit of wine, and bourbon. Can't forget that bourbon.
Sounds like all of our holidays may seem a little bit different this year, but it all sounds beautiful, and we can all make it happen thanks to Zoom as well too, and thanks to FaceTime, we can all be with our family and feel like we're all together. So stay well. Congratulations, David. So excited for you for Omaha Steaks. What an honor for you and for them too to have you. And stay healthy and well. Thank you so much for sharing all this.
Thank you very much, and have an awesome and happy holidays.
You too. Thanks again. I'm joined by Lifestyle Expert Television Correspondent. I'm thrilled to welcome Amy Goodman. Hi, Amy.
Hello there. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm excited to be talking about kitchen cleanup tips and do-it-yourself hacks because truly, especially the kitchen is the heart of the home, obviously, always. But during this pandemic, it has become more of the heart of the home.
I think you absolutely nailed it. We basically live in the kitchen, and I've been making almost every single meal in this kitchen that I'm standing in, my very own. So I feel like we all feel kind of like the pain of additional cleanup. And now with everybody at home, it just seems like I have the same quantity of dishes. I just feel like I have more dishes. But thankfully, my kids, they've really been chiming in and helping out with the household chores, especially like setting the table and clearing their dishes, putting them in the dishwasher, and generally trying to help me keep the kitchen tidy and clean. I definitely like to kind of, well, they're a work in progress, and I feel like I'm a work in progress too. So
I know, I agree. I said, gosh, the laundry, the dishes, the cooking. I never cooked so much in my whole life. But you know what? It turned into be a silver lining, a happy time because we were all together and thankfully everyone was safe. And we do always spend a lot of time in the kitchen. So tell us some good cleaning ideas and tips and do-it-yourself hacks. And I always love to hear new things about the kitchen. I'm always trying to redo my countertops and organize my refrigerator.
Yeah, I love how you are very proactive in the kitchen to find good hacks, and I like ones that are all natural also. So first up, I love to have an all-purpose cleaner handy. You can make your own with a spray bottle and 1 part white distilled vinegar and 1 part water. You can use this to clean nearly anything, everything from the countertops, as you mentioned, to appliance surfaces, to buff them up, and also even your windows. So that's one that I love. There's another that uses half of a lemon and some baking soda, and you simply dip the lemon, the part that's cut, into the baking soda, and then you kind of work this to shine your various hardware in your kitchen. This can be your faucets, the handles, etc., to make them shine. Now make sure you follow up with a damp cloth to wipe off any residue, and that will work. Another one that I love involves repurposing. So I'm always trying to find ways to make things stretch a little bit more. So for all that coffee, and coffee consumption is up across the board, across America, take the wet used coffee grounds and place them in a small shallow dish or bowl next to your sink. Now the next time you cut anything pungent like onions or garlic, you can simply exfoliate your hands and use it also as a deodorizer so that your fingers don't smell like garlic all day.
Wait, how do you do this? That's so cool. Good idea.
Oh, I spend a lot of time sitting and gazing at the things that I have in my house and figuring out how I can, keep it natural and keep it clean. And the kids are always looking at me like, what are you concocting now, Mama? So that's part of the fun of this, is being creative together and finding solutions. I also have to tell you, finding a dishes solution, because you were saying they pile up quickly. I find they pile up quickly. I find that at night, I have 5 to 6 regular dishes that I have to hand wash every single night. Mm-hmm. And it's no fun, right? So I just discovered the new large capacity 3rd rack dishwasher from Whirlpool brand. And what's really cool about this is that it has all this extra space and these adjustable racks. You would be shocked how many dirty dishes you can load into this. And you simply run it less often because you can fit so much more. So it has a lot of really cool features. My favorite is the top 3rd rack because it's specifically designed for bowls and mugs. And I'm Japanese American. We use a lot of bowls. I mean, in our cooking. Yeah. And so by placing the bowls on the top, you have so much space. On the 2nd rack, which is traditionally thought of for bowls and glasses and cups and things like that, but now that entire rack can be filled with glasses. And additionally, that 2nd rack is adjustable. It moves a little up, a little down. It's really easy to make this happen to you. Just kind of click these side buttons really easily. And it makes room for larger things, larger platters, and tall things like blender jars. So come the holidays, if you use a lot of platters, for your special dishes, it's going to fit seamlessly. And lastly, that it has a flexible 3-piece silverware basket.